Hi, friends. It's Joy with In Search of Joy Wellness. Thank you for joining me this week. Well, this week is a session that we are going to do that I'm calling Get That Monkey Off My Back. And the reason I'm calling it that is because I know probably several of you are dealing with a lot of tension right now, especially in the state of the world that we're going on, fighting for our freedoms, standing up to tyranny. It's been really super challenging for those of us who find ourselves kind of in a 360 in the past 2 years of our lives. Awful words have been said about us. Hateful things have been brought up about us, and which are all untrue. And I figured that some of you would be coming to the mat with a lot of tension, a lot of stress from either your children, your job, life, and we need some relaxation, and we need to get that monkey off our back. In my past life, I lived in the corporate world, and I was in management for 20 some odd years in my life. And I always struggled with tension in my shoulders and my neck and my upper back and my lower back, just all that tension. And I always thought that I would always have that pain in my shoulders. A few years ago, I went through an incredible life change where I pretty much lost everything. And in my search, I came to two paths. Either I could go down the path of destruction and follow all the destructive ways and even become more depressed, or I could look to utilizing my pain in a productive, positive way, learning how to deal with the pain, but in a healthy way. And that's what turned me on to yoga. First few sessions that I were looking for was for yoga for stress and anxiety. And I happened upon a video that worked on the neck, and it was amazing. So I figured, I'm going to combine a bunch of things that I used to do to help my shoulders and neck, and I'm going to deliver that to you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started. I will tell you that I thought in my past life that I would always have stress and tension in my life. I thought that the pain in my shoulders and neck is just a part of my life. There was no way to get it away. I had massages and yada blah and blah ya. Well, yoga was the first thing that healed all of that pain. So if you do these stretches and these movements on a regular basis, it will help you get rid of your monkey too. So get off, monkey. Let's get started. We're going to start with calming breaths. And one of the reasons why in yoga it's so important, in yoga and in everything that we do, that the breath is so important, because your breath links you to the present. Your breath will calm your mind and bring you back into one of my teachers used to say that when emotions are high, intelligence is low. And that is so true. And one of the things that brings you back to a calming, rational thought is the breath. So when you link your breath with your movements in yoga or biking or running, or even when you're angry, you notice that when you start to take those deep, calming breaths, it brings you back to a calmer state of mind. It also is it's like a message to your body that it's okay. We don't need to panic. Everything's going to be okay. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do an easy breath. Like I always like to do this easy breath. This is where we take A breath in for 4 counts, hold it, and then exhale for 6 counts. So let's go ahead and I'll count you for a couple of breaths, and then we'll do it on our own. So let's go ahead and inhale, or first, exhale and get all of that air out of your lungs. And inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's go ahead and do it on our own count. Go ahead and place your hands gently on your knees, either hands up this is a gesture of receiving, and hands down are a gesture of grounding. Today I'm going to receive. Let's go ahead and breathe on our own for 3 more counts. One more breath. Inhale. Really feel the air going all the way down to the pit of your tummy on an inhale. When you exhale, push it all the way up and out. Go ahead and flutter our eyes open and return to a nice natural breath. And from here, what we're going to do is go ahead and place your hands on your knees, and we're going to use your knees, or what is that? Traction. It's going to be leverage for us, okay? We're going to start with some small spinal movements. So shoulders up and back, crown of the head reaching up to the sky, sit bones pressing into the mat or the block. And as we come forward, and on an exhale, push back, rounding the shoulders. That feels really good. Making small movements, really exaggerating the spinal twist. This is new for me too, and I'm learning how to move my body. So if it's new for you too, it can be challenging trying to figure out how to move your body in new ways that you haven't moved before. The spinal rotation is something that my instructor has been doing lately, and I love it. Let's go the other way. Maybe even bringing your head into it. All right. Go ahead and come back to seated. Now from here, we're going to do some neck opening. We're going to go ahead and look down, bringing your chin to your chest. As your spine is lengthened, shoulders are up and back. Inhale, look up. And you don't want to crank your neck back, so that you are crunching down on your vertebrae. What you want to do is you want to act as if your chin is an arrow and you're pointing it up to the sky. Exhale, look down. All the way down. Inhale, Exhale. Down. Let's go ahead and stay with our head down here because this feels really good. For some extra traction, you can interlace your hands and bring them to the back of your head, not your neck, the back of the head. Let's go ahead and just stick here. This feels really good for me. I don't know about you guys. It's really tight. And from here, you can turn your head towards the right. Get a different sensation there. Turn your head to the left. Let's try going to the left again, slowly. Did I say left? I meant my other right. I meant my other left. Now to the left. And back to center. Inhale, release the hands. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look over to the right. Head follows all the way as far as, not too far, but as far as you can turn to the right. Exhale. I got a neck pop there. Go ahead and look over to the left. This is where my side is. This is where my attention is, right here. Little 2-inch spot. Exhale. Over to the right. Exhale. Go over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Now we're going to do some head rolls. We're going to start by looking down, chin to chest. And then we can go ahead and go over to the right. Slowly, we're going to make slow conscious movements here as we roll our neck towards the back. Ooh, I just got another pop there. Keeping our chin as the arrow pulling out. Over to the left. Back down. Make sure that your shoulders stay down and back. Tendency is to pull them up. I keep feeling it. Feeling tension in my right side of my neck. And as I feel the little bit of the tension, my shoulders want to creep up to my ears. Up. Let's go ahead and do 3 more movements at our own pace. Ooh, nice. So yeah, I was feeling a lot of tension. Yesterday I was at a freedom rally for 2.5 hours, jumping up and down with the American flag. Yay! As we come with our chin to our chest, go ahead and lift the head back up. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it for the other side. So inhale and exhale. Chin to chest. Now your left ear is going to go towards the left shoulder. As we draw with our chin a circle over to the right side, ear to the right shoulder. Coming forward, chin to chest. Again, drawing with our chin upwards towards the sky. Keeping those shoulders down. Come on, Joy. Stay with your shoulders down. One more time. Inhale, raise the head back, atop the shoulders. That really little movement, wasn't that amazing? I got lots of cracks and pops. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take our right ear to our shoulder. Go ahead and drop your right ear to your right shoulder, keeping your spine lengthened. Sit bones pressing into the mat or the block. For some traction here, you can actually put your left hand on your left shoulder and place your right hand by your left ear, like above your left ear on your head, and that'll give you a little bit more traction. Get some more opening on the left side of the neck. Remember, slow, steady breaths here. Breathe. Inhale, release, and back to neutral. And we'll do the other side. So, inhale, and on exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And again, if you want that added traction, place the right hand on the right shoulder and the left hand on your head by your right ear. And gently pull apart. One more breath. Inhale, release, and let's come back to neutral. That felt really, really good. Then from here, what we're going to do, rolling my shoulders around, is we are going to move into eagle arms. And go ahead and remove what we're sitting on. And let's go ahead and place the left leg on the mat, knee straight out in front of you like an arrow. And we'll bring the right leg on top of the left leg, and same thing like an arrow. If this is too much for you, you can go ahead and stay in easy seated pose. This will open up the hips and kind of like a glute area too, right in through here. I can feel it tight in this side, my right side. From here, go ahead and when your right knee is on top, we want to make sure that the opposite appendage is on top. So Open up into a T, inhale, and on exhale, we're going to bring the left arm over the right arm, and we're going to interlace them and twist, grabbing the hands, meeting the hands this way, touching each other like clapping. If you can't do that, at least try to do the backs of the hands touching. Man, make sure that you're lifting up your elbows. Can you feel it in your shoulders, in the back of your in the back? It feels so good. So on an inhale here, make sure that you keep your elbows level. And on an exhale, we're going to curl it in. Chin to chest. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky as your gaze follows. Exhale. Inhale, reaching the arms up as the gaze follows. Exhale. Tucking chin towards chest. Next inhale, let's go ahead and unwind. Dropping the arms down, wiggling it out a little bit, and we'll do the other side. So on an inhale, tee the arms. Oops, first of all, gotta move the legs. Let's go ahead and switch our legs around. Right leg down, knee in front of you like an arrow, left leg on top. Inhale to a T, and exhale, right arm over left, interlace. Hands clapping, or like I said, backs of the hands touching. And pulling those elbows away from the body as they stay level, just to get into the pose. Keeping the spine lengthened. And on an exhale, go ahead, bring it in. Chin to chest. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Hands reaching up to the sky as the gaze follows. Can you feel that? Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, unwind. Ooh, that feels really, really nice. Now, I like this other shoulder opener. So on an inhale, we're going to lift the right arm and we're going to bring it across our body. Actually, we can just do it like this. Bring it across the body and hook it in the elbow of the right hand as we draw the right arm back. Breathing. Keeping the spine lengthened, crown of the head reaching to the sky. Next exhale, go ahead and release. Let's do the other side. Now you don't have to stay seated like this. That's kind of a habit sit for me. Let's go ahead. We can come into easy seated pose as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so I don't overstretch my hips. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to bring my right arm across my body. As you can see, did you see that? How I have this part of my shoulder. I have some opportunity with my rotator cuff. So inhale, exhale, hooking the right arm in the left elbow. Oh, I can feel it here. Ouch. Breathe. Now, if you're feeling sharp pains, then come out of this. What I'm feeling is stretch. Like I know that I need to stretch. It's not a pain that's hurting my self-pain or endangering my shoulder. Inhale, exhale, and release. Go ahead and wiggle it out a little bit. Now what we're going to do, it's called Gomukhasana. And I love the word because I think it's cute. Gomukhasana. And it means cow face pose. I don't understand why it means cow face pose, but it does. So what we're going to do is the same thing with the arrow in the leg, as we're going to do that here as well. So let's go ahead and bring the right knee to the mat, or you can stay in easy seated pose if this is too hard for you. Left knee over, feet are shooting out this way. We're going to bring the right arm up. Inhale, lengthening the spine, keeping the neck long and the crown of the head reaching to the sky. And we're going to bend that. Maybe I should show you from the back. Possibly, yeah, that's what I'll do. All right. So you can get what I'm saying. So inhale, the right arm lifts. Left arm comes back behind you. As you bend the right elbow, your hand's going to be in between your shoulder blades, or that's where your aim is. Now, if you can, you're going to take your left hand down and underneath, come back behind your back, and you're going to grab your fingers. If you can't grab your fingers, you can use a strap, you can even use your shirt, or you can just use your what am I trying to say? You don't have to use a strap. You can just keep your hands in that position. Oh, this feels really nice. Some of you will be able to fold forward. I'm just going to stay seated right here and look at this really cool fractal. One more inhale. Exhale, release. And let's go ahead and do the other side. Now this is a nice opportunity for me to show you the difference between our bodies. We're never ever even. One side's going to be different than the other, as always. So on inhale, we're going to lift the left arm to the sky. Bend the elbow, hand behind, in between the shoulder blades. The right hand will bend and come back behind, underneath, as you reach for your fingers. And as you can see, I can't even reach my fingers on this side. I don't like to grab my shirt because I don't want to ruin my shirt. But if you have a strap works really nice here as well. Head is pushing back into the left hand. Next inhale. Go ahead and release. Oh. Let me go ahead and face you guys again. Then from here, we're going to do, I don't know if I've showed you guys this, but we are going to do some wrist movements. I'm going to stretch out our wrists and we're going to warm them up. So let's go ahead and come to tabletop. Oh, and I just wanted to let you guys know too, we aren't going to do any vinyasa today or flow. This is just strictly movements to open up our shoulders, and it's all going to be floor work. So it's going to be nice and relaxing. So as we're in tabletop, you want to make sure that you're really gripping the mat with your fingers as well, because this will relieve the pressure off of your wrists. So you're creating kind of like a tiny little tent underneath your hand here. So shoulders above the wrists, knees underneath the hips. So on an inhale, let's go ahead and start to make small clockwise circles. Inhale. Exhale. Tucking the tummy. One more time. And let's go ahead and come to neutral. Inhale, let's reverse and go counterclockwise. One more breath. Let's go ahead and come to neutral. Now from here, we're going to externally rotate our hands until our fingers are facing our knees. Wrists are still nice and long, and wrists are still underneath the shoulders. And on an inhale, we're going to go ahead and lift. Fingers, lift the heel of the hand off the mat as we come back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. From here, let's go ahead and come to neutral. And maybe if you need to, you can go ahead and shake out your wrists. Bend your elbows and only rotate your wrists. Don't rotate anything else. We'll come back to tabletop. Now from here, we're going to flip our hands and we're going to be on top of our hands. This one might be a little bit challenging for you. Make sure you keep your arms straight and lengthened. Oh, this is great if you work on a computer, if you have some issues with carpal tunnel. This will really help pull all of those ligaments and back into a nice stretch instead of being so constricted. And if you can start to sit your hip back hips back towards your feet as if you were going to take a seat down. You can feel the deepness of that. And my left arm wanted to cave in there. Make sure you keep the integrity of your arms. Inhale. Let's go ahead and come back to neutral. Sit back to your knees. Sit back, your hips to your heels. Bend at the elbows, and again, open and close the hands. Making small circles. That really opened up something in my hand over here. Towards my pinky. Pretty nice. Open and close the hands. Let's go ahead and come back into neutral. Now, let's go ahead and go into tabletop. Again, one more time. Now from here, what we're going to do, this is called thread the needle. So on an inhale, you want to make sure that your hips are over your knees and your shoulders are over your wrists. And on inhale, we're going to take the right arm, and as if you were pulling back on a bow in an arrow, you're going to reach that right arm up to the sky, extending those fingers up. And on an exhale, we're going to bring it through, and we're going to thread the needle and bring it all the way almost to the mat. Don't relax here because we're going to come back up. Inhale. Open up. Exhale. Thread that needle through. Inhale. Open up. Exhale. Thread the needle through. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. This time we will stay. So drop that drop that shoulder to the mat. Ear to the mat, head to the mat. And your right arm can stay up like this, or you can bring it out further and push even, give yourself a little bit of traction as you push into the mat, and you'll get a deeper stretch in the shoulder. Take a couple more breaths here. Go ahead and place the hand where it was before as we come into tabletop. And on an inhale, we're going to come up and open up one more time. And exhale. Plant that right hand next to the left hand. And we'll do the other side. So on an inhale, we're going to draw back that bow with the left arm. As we reach up towards the sky, gaze can follow. Exhale. Thread it through. Inhale. Reach up to the sky. Exhale. Fold it through. Or needle. Inhale. We're going to reach up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. We stay. Placing your hand keeping your hand where it is, your right hand, or you can move your right hand out a little bit, tint your fingers, and push back. Get a little bit more of an intense stretch in the shoulders this way. Next inhale. Let's go ahead and come back to neutral. Whew. All right. Now from here, let's go ahead and come to our tummies, however you want to get there. And we are going to do something that my instructor likes to call funky cobra. And I love this pose. This really stretches out the shoulders. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands and you're going to place them out. They're like in line with your head here. We're going to tent our fingers and the elbows are going to be up to the sky. And on inhale, tighten the tummy muscles, pressing into the mat and the pubic bone into the mat as we come up. And on exhale, we're going to drop that right shoulder to the mat. Inhale, up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Exhale, right shoulder comes to the mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, come up, and exhale. Our next pose, what we're going to do is we're going to reach the right arm out. It's like a T. You're going to T it. Then we are going to press with our left hand into the mat as we turn our body over to the right. You can bend your left leg here and place it flat. Place your foot flat on the mat as your knees reaching up towards the sky. And as you use your left hand to tent in front of you and give you a little bit of leverage here. Can you feel that in your shoulder? I can feel it in my upper back of the shoulder. It's really tight here. Remember to breathe. One more inhale. And exhale. Back to neutral on our tummy, and we'll switch sides. So teeing out the left arm, tenting the fingers on the right as we push into the mat and we roll over to the left. Bending that right knee, placing the foot flat on the mat. As we push, a little leverage, you're pushing with your right hand. Not as tight in this shoulder. This is a lot easier to do on this side for me. One more breath. And exhale. Release. And let's come back to our tummy. From here, go ahead and plant your hands by your rib cage, upper rib cage, and push back. And we're going to come back into seated on our knees. So how was that? This is a nice little stretch. These are nice little stretches to do after a long day. Nice little stretches to do. You can even do some of these stretches at work if you're tensed up and you're stressed out. It's nice to get a little bit of movement in the shoulders. It also helps I don't know, my posture feels straighter after I do these as well. I tend to hunch a lot. It's a bad habit of mine. I really want to learn how to have a nice straight spine. And these exercises will help you have a nice, beautiful, straight, lengthened posture. Anyway, go ahead and replace the block that we were sitting on. Come into easy seated pose. My knee is giving me a little issue, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. And what did you think? Did you like this? This is a nice short video just to give you a little bit of opening in this area, and I hope you can feel the difference, because I sure can. I can feel it all in my upper arms and shoulders. Oh, it feels great. And thank you for joining me this week. If you like this video, guys, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me comments below. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, you could buy me a coffee as well. The link is below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for everything, guys. Thank you for following me, and thank you for the kind comments. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week with a lot less tension. Get that monkey off our back. Take care, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.